are all these famous faces and names going to be connected to P. Diddy in his trafficking trial? It's the kind of thing they're all freaking out about, right?
The courtroom lights are on, and now a leaked list of potential celebrity witnesses is sending shockwaves through Tinseltown. Sean Diddy Combs, once the king of hip-hop, the man behind the velvet ropes and VIP rooms, is now at the center of a legal case. And guess what? Some of his most famous friends, collaborators, and maybe even ex-lovers could soon be forced to take the stand. This is no longer a subject for your everyday news headline. It's about power, secrets, and the industry's dirtiest laundry finally getting aired out under oath. Diddy's trial officially began on May 5th, but the real storm's been brewing for months. The music mogul is facing criminal charges that are nothing short of jaw-dropping, exploitation through trafficking, racketeering, and the illegal transportation of women for adult work.
Sean Diddy Combs, once one of entertainment's most powerful moguls, accused of crimes so heinous, he faces the possibility of spending the rest of his life behind bars.
He was arrested back in September after a major federal sweep, and since then, he's been denied bail 3 times. The feds aren't playing, and neither is the judge. Beyond the criminal charges, Diddy is also battling a wave of civil lawsuits. More than a dozen women have stepped forward, accusing him of everything from unwanted intimate behavior to involuntary intoxication. In fact, people from Diddy's own crew, from makeup artists to bodyguards, are coming out to speak against him.
In 2010, Mila alleges that she heard Cassie being physically abused and was a witness to the aftermath of the alleged attack.
He's denied all allegations and pleaded not guilty, but the courtroom is no longer a place for denial. And just when we thought we'd seen it all, the bomb drops. Even before the first opening statement was delivered on May 12th, Judge Arun Subramanian confirmed what many people suspected all along. An extensive list of celebrities may be called to testify, but this list wasn't just whispered about behind courtroom doors. It was actually shown to more than 600 potential jurors. Each one was handed a multi-page questionnaire asking if they recognized the names. And let's just say this wasn't your typical jury duty paperwork. The judge even joked, "I read through the people and places list, which is several pages long. I felt like I was reading an appendix from like the Lord of the Rings." So who's on the list that's got everyone talking? According to the leaked questionnaire, jurors were asked if they knew or had any personal knowledge of celebs like Kanye West, Michael B. Jordan, Mike Myers, and Kid Cudi.
Last week, there were names like Michael B. Jordan, Mike Myers, Kanye West. Now, these individuals, they haven't been accused of any wrongdoing, but will they testify?
But the list doesn't stop there. It also included names like Lauren London, hit-making producers Dallas Austin and Harv Pierre, Dawn Richard, and former Destiny's Child star Michelle Williams. These are artists, actors, and insiders who've shared stages, studios, and VIP booths with Diddy. Now, they might have to share their memories with the court. Of course, at the center of much of this case right now has been one name and one name only: Cassie Ventura, Diddy's former longtime partner. After 4 emotionally charged days on the stand, her words have shaken the courtroom and the industry to its core. But prosecutors aren't done yet, not even close. So now the question everyone's asking is, what do these celebrities have to do with the trial? Let's start with Dawn Richard, the powerhouse singer best known as a member of Danity Kane and Diddy Dirty Money, both groups personally launched by Combs himself. She's not just a former protege. According to a lawsuit she filed last year, she's also a first-hand witness. Dawn alleges she saw Diddy abusing Cassie, whom she claims was a victim of unwanted intimate behavior, falsely imprisoned, deprived of food, sleep, and even her rightful pay.
Dawn Richard testified Friday that she saw Combs attack his former girlfriend Cassie Ventura in 2009.
For years she performed under his banner. Now she might testify against him. Then there's Lauren London, the actress beloved for her grace and vulnerability after the tragic passing of her partner rapper Nipsey Hussle. What's her connection to Diddy? He publicly supported her in the aftermath of that loss, offering comfort, condolences on his presence at memorial events. But now, her name is on the courtroom radar, raising speculation. Is her link simply emotional, or did she witness something deeper? And don't overlook Dallas Austin, the legendary music producer who came up in the industry alongside Diddy. His name appears for multiple reasons, most notably his childhood bond with the late Kim Porter, Diddy's former partner and the mother of 3 of his children. Austin was also reportedly present at Cassie's 21st birthday party, a night that may hold crucial weight in the case. And just when you think you have a grasp on the players involved, an unexpected name surfaces on the witness list. Mike Myers showing up on the Diddy trial witness list. Yeah, that raised some serious eyebrows. Nobody's quite sure why he made the cut, but here's what many people think. It probably comes from a cheeky joke in one of Myers' iconic Austin Powers movies. In the 2002 flick Austin Powers, Goldmember, there's a scene where Dr. Evil rocks an E. Diddy tattoo on his rear end. Of course, this is meant to be a hilarious jab at Combs after a stint behind bars. Could this playful pop culture roast really have something to do with the trial drama though? Meanwhile, reps for Myers have stayed tight-lipped, but the speculation alone has added a whole new layer of mystery to this already explosive case. Let's be real, while the jury might be scratching its head over some names, others have been absolutely jarring. Joining Danity Kane alum Dawn Richard are 2 more women with horrific claims, both known only by pseudonyms Jane and Mia. According to prosecutors, Jane began dating Combs in 2020, only to find herself trapped in a nightmare. She's expected to testify that she was forced to sleep with escorts without protection, despite her protests. Not only that, but she will also recount a night where Diddy allegedly used his fists on her repeatedly while she was curled up on the floor. The violence is stomach-turning. But Jane isn't the only one. Mia, a former personal assistant, is set to testify that she also suffered through horrifying non-consensual contact by Combs and was coerced into performing heinous acts. A once-dreamed job in the music industry allegedly became a living hell, hidden behind luxury and fame. And that's where the prosecution's narrative deepens, not just into personal trauma, but into a disturbing pattern of alleged abuse. This trial is pulling back the velvet rope on Combs' so-called freak-offs, which were parties filled with escorts and voyeurism. Male adult industry workers, once hired to perform during these events, will also take the stand. Their testimonies promise to reveal what happened behind closed doors when the cameras weren't rolling, but the power was. One of those workers, Daniel Phillip, has already testified that he was hired to be intimate with Ventura while Combs watched.
But then he said Cassie got in touch with him, asked him for certain explicit photos, and asked if he would be open to doing it again after handing him a lot of money.
Then there's Aubrey O'Day, another member of Danity Kane, who has reportedly been subpoenaed. O'Day has been publicly critical of Combs in the past, but if she testifies under oath, it could open the floodgates even wider. But just when the focus seemed locked on misconduct, the trial veered into something far more volatile: street warfare. From the moment Cassie Ventura took the stand, things went from shocking to downright jaw-dropping. Here's the thing. Right in the middle of one of Diddy's notorious freak-offs, word got to him that none other than Suge Knight was hanging out nearby at a diner. What did Diddy do? He ditched the party, grabbed firearms from his safe, threw on all black with a face mask, and took off to confront his longtime rival. 30 minutes later, he was back like nothing had happened. What went down, nobody knows. But one thing's clear, this was a power move straight out of a crime thriller. Suge Knight isn't just any name dropped in the trial. The Death Row Records founder has been locked in a deadly feud with Diddy for decades. Now their dirty history is dragging into a federal courtroom full of explosive allegations, and everyone's holding their breath. But it gets crazier. Jay-Z's name got pulled into the fire too. Now that explosive lawsuit accusing him and Diddy of inappropriate conduct with a 13-year-old girl got slammed shut fast.
Hip-hop mogul Jay-Z is denying allegations being made against him. He's accused of a 13-year-old girl back in the year 2000 with Sean Combs.
But that case has forever scarred Jay-Z's name with Diddy. When the lawsuit hit in October 2024, Jay-Z didn't hold back. He called out the lawyer behind it as a straight-up blackmailer, but rumors kept swirling. Jay-Z and Diddy were pretty tight, said Derek Parker, aka the hip-hop cop, spilling to News Nation's Paula Froelich. He added, "It's not just Jay-Z, everyone's scared stiff right now." And speaking of scared, Few know that feeling better than Jennifer Lopez, who lived through one of Diddy's most infamous nights up close and personal. Now, it looks like she may also be involved in Diddy's trials in a way no one saw coming.
Jennifer Lynn Lopez, aka J-Lo, aka Jenny from the Block, quote, will be called as a material witness and expert to Sean Combs' viewing, possession, and distribution.
But if you're wondering how Jennifer Lopez and Diddy are related in all of this, you might want to take a trip back in time. You see, back in '99, J-Lo and Diddy were tearing up Club New York when things went sideways. After Diddy spilled a drink on some dude named Matthew Scar Allen, a full-on brawl exploded. Diddy got hit with firearm possession charges. What about J-Lo, you ask? Well, she bolted with him in a Lincoln Navigator, but cops caught up, found a firearm in the ride, and hauled her off. 14 intense hours behind bars later, her charges dropped, but the scandal stuck like glue. Fast forward to 2024, J-Lo dropped a raw documentary revealing how some people in her life said, "I love you," but didn't act like it. Gossip had it that her pointed words were all about her roller coaster past with Diddy. But if J-Lo hinted at the emotional betrayal, Cassie came through with the receipts. And now Kid Cudi is also getting dragged into the chaos. Turns out the Ohio rapper was caught up in a messy love triangle with Diddy's ex, Cassie Ventura Fine.
My attention was Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi is important because he dated Cassie, and this was on the DL. He and Cassie were exchanging emails, they were exchanging text messages, and maybe they weren't officially dating.
When Cassie hit the stand on May 14th, she gave details on their 2011 fling, saying it sent Diddy into a full-on rage. According to her explosive 2023 lawsuit, Diddy allegedly threatened to blow up Kid Cudi's car.
Allegedly, Sean Combs, Diddy found out about this relationship, and he allegedly blew up Kid Cudi's car.
The whole arson threat even made it into the prosecutor's case. Cassie claimed Diddy found out about the romance after snooping through her phone, then lost it, lunging at her with a wine bottle opener in hand. But Cassie got out and called Kid Cudi on a burner phone, while Diddy reportedly warned he was going to hurt Scott and I. And just when you thought it couldn't get messier, Michael B. Jordan popped into the picture. During a grilling session in court on May 15th, Cassie revealed that Diddy was super suspicious she was dating the Creed star after their breakup in 2015. At the time, Cassie was filming Honey 3: Dare to Dance in South Africa. So basically, Hollywood drama met exotic vibes. And once Diddy suspected something was going on, he allegedly threatened Jordan himself.
When Combs found out about the relationship, he reportedly called and threatened Jordan.
Now, as the courtroom drama deepened, attention turned to Kerry Morgan, Cassie's longtime friend turned key witness. Kerry, once Cassie Ventura's ride or die from 2001 to 2018, has now become a key witness in the wild trial against Sean Diddy Combs. Cassie told the court that Diddy once threw a wooden hanger at Kerry during a fight so hard it gave her a concussion. That same violent moment was mentioned in Cassie's 2023 lawsuit, where she accused Diddy of years of abuse, control, and exploitation of vulnerable individuals. So what happened? Well, Kerry ended up settling with Diddy, and Cassie even paid extra to help smooth things over between her then boyfriend and her best friend. But the damage was done, and the friendship fell apart soon after.
And Ventura testified she was friends with Morgan before she met Combs and was friends with her throughout the relationship until Ventura said Combs hit Morgan, and that ended their friendship.
Things only got messier in court. When prosecutors showed a birthday photo from a Vegas trip, Cassie confirmed Kerry was there, but the happy moment turned dark fast. Cassie said that right after that picture was taken, Diddy was intimate with her in a bathroom without her consent. Scared, she ran back to the hotel and told Kerry everything. And it didn't stop there. Cassie also brought up the brutal 2016 hotel attack. As video footage played in court, she bit her lip and sipped water, holding back tears. Photos showed her with horrifying bruises. According to Cassie, it was Kerry who called the cops after seeing her face, and that's when Diddy started blowing up her phone with angry messages. Now Kerry doesn't even want to be in court. She told the judge she's only there because she was subpoenaed, saying, "I've moved on from all these people and their problems."
Now, she also said she doesn't even want to be in court today and that she's only here because of a subpoena, and she doesn't want to testify because, quote, "I have moved on with my life away from all these people."
But her testimony might pull it all back in. While Carey wanted nothing more than distance from the chaos, someone else was stepping into the spotlight, ready to break his silence. David James, Diddy's former assistant, has now taken the stand, peeling back the curtain on life inside the empire. What began as a dream job quickly twisted into something darker. The former assistant to Sean Diddy Combs told the court he first spotted the job in the New York Times, which said the bad boy boss was on the hunt for a new assistant. James didn't wait around. He went all in, faxing, emailing, even hand-delivering his resume to get noticed. Eventually, he landed an interview and met several top people at the company, including the senior VP of HR. That's when things got intense. James said the exec pointed to a photo of Diddy hanging on the wall and told him flat out, "This is Mr. Combs' kingdom. We're all here to serve in it." James got the message loud and clear. Working for Diddy wasn't just a job, it was entering his world and playing by his rules.